Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 21st of March 2021. We are still in lockdown and the game is about to start. It's Belgium versus Portugal. It's the semi-finals of the 24th Nations Cup. I am not joined by Supermart just yet. He's probably going to miss the first map. But I am joined by my GTV cameraman. He is Maku, the captain of Team UK, who unfortunately have been knocked out. As you can see here, UK has been knocked out by USA, and that will be the other semi-final, USA versus France. But now first let's focus on Portugal versus Belgium. It is a very interesting match. Portugal, of course, the last non-French country to be the finalist and also a Nations Cup champion. So we could have France versus Portugal as the grand final again. That well, not again actually, but that would be very interesting. Anyway, you can still bet on this match if you are here live on Twitch chat. There are still some minutes that you can put your prediction on this match. At the moment, 36% of the points have been bet on Belgium. The other 64% have been bet on Portugal. And it's hottening up, that's for sure. We're just waiting for Belgium to ready up, and exactly at that point they have readied up. So we are going to start off here in, yes, you can see it's Austria Team Survivor. After this we will most likely see Kingdom Team Survivor and then move on to the CTF maps, Beijing and or Algiers. In other words, it is a best of 5. And it seems like we will have a quick restart. So a bit of a false start here on this first semi-final of the year 2021. So that means that you guys can still put in your predictions. Apparently they needed to load up the CFG, in other words config file, but there we go. So it gives me also some time to quickly thank Biddle and all of the other Urban Zone staff for organizing this Nations Cup. I'm sure that it was a lot of work, but we are approaching the end game here, approaching that grand final, which we are all looking forward to. Also, by the way, I can chat live with you guys since I'm on the delayed GTV, so I don't have to delay the stream, so I can see your guys' chat live. Behave yourselves. That's pretty much the rule here. Be nice to each other and don't anger the trolls, or don't be a troll, I should say. Anyway, they've readied up again, and I'm just reading some messages from Maku. So here we go. 20 minutes on Austria Team Survivor, and by the way, also for the people who have found this stream through Games TV, you're very welcome. Thanks for joining us here. Don't forget to hit the follow button as well, and if you are so inclined, the subscribe button. All of the funds that we get during the Nations Cup will go to the winner. And at the moment, the prize pot is, a couple of free beers for whoever wins, 55 euros if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to follow Riri here, who has already dished out his first nade. That's his second, and will do some damage to Cheyenne, the opening kill here in favor of Team Portugal. And we find ADX and Memnon here covering tunnel, and it seems to be in favor of the Portuguese here. Logic Rocket, only last one standing here. Can he get one more kill? He does, but he will die to Memnon's M4. So it's 1-0 here to the Portuguese. A nice start on what should be the Belgian home map, I should say. We will also have some CTF for sure in this grand final, which is great. We usually see Team Survivor. It's it's a good mode, but it's also quite one-dimensional. If you have a game with loads of different game types, it's nice to see other game types being played as well. In the meantime, the Portuguese have lost one player, Aerox. Shane here is trying to hold center. A push here from the Portuguese through tunnel. Memnon dying quite soon to the Belgian defense. Tusi wasn't getting the support that he should, but in the end it's 1-1. So let's have a look at those scores. ADX at the moment top fragging, but the rest of his team all have at least one, and the same can be said for Belgium. Well, we've all seen some of the semi-finals, or what am I saying, quarter-finals, where, well, one specific Dutchie couldn't get off of, get more than one kill during 20 minutes. It's quite rough. Follow the leader mode is the best mode. I completely agree, German noob. So, a relatively easy round here for the Portuguese, and we continue on to round number 4. Logic getting the opening kill on Memnon, the top fragger of Team Portugal, and it seems like there's a push through center. And a little bit of lag. Oh no, they retreated. So just going to hold the line here, try and do a little bit more damage, and Logic here will be brought back to 90% health. Riri here is scoping out through the central building, and I saw a laser sight. Ooh, gets the headshot on Logic, very nice, but in comes the counter of Cheyenne. Riri down to 20%, will get away though, while taking out Cheyenne. Nice job. Now the real question is, can they settle in here? And yes, they can. No pushes, no aggressive pushes from the Belgian team. Well, from my perspective, they did have the initiative there, but deciding... Ooh, Logic avoiding some bullets here, but Riri... Wow, really poor support here from Locati and the rest of the Belgian team. Locati should have been able to trust his teammates to have his back there while scoping through, or was it Logic? Sorry, while scoping through tunnel. Aerox here with the G36. Not hitting just yet. Tons of damage being done on Cheyenne and on Riri. But an aggressive push here from the Belgians, and it has been spotted very early on here by Memnon. In come the nade, Cheyenne trying to avoid them. And, well, it's 2 versus 2. No, it's... Oh no. It's all going sidewards for the Belgians here. 4-1 the score. Now the gap starting to widen, and with only 4 minutes played, this is not what you want to have on your home map. Nice far nade, but in the meantime the Belgians have rotated. So these countries have actually already met before in this Nations Cup, and that ended as 2-0 for the Portuguese. But the year before that, it was actually the Belgians who beat the Portuguese. So, well, there's quite a bit of history here. Well, I'm going through the results actually. Back in 2015, the Portuguese beat the Belgians. Then in 2016, the Belgians beat the Portuguese. 2018, the Portuguese beat the Belgians. And 2020, the Belgians beat the Portuguese. Well, now in 2021, they've met twice. But it's so it's every time they're switching every time. It's Portugal 1, Belgium 1, Portugal 2, Belgium 2, etc. I would say if you wouldn't have a really strong Team France these past, well, what is it? 8 years, then either of these countries would have become multiple Nations Cup champions. But that's not the way the cookie crumbled, as they say. Meantime, aggressive push here from Tuzi with the grenades. No damage being done just yet. Did that even reach the oh, well, it did. It did reach the wall, but not by much. Oh, just a little bit too late, Logic. Riri once more over at Central, hoping to throw a nice counter nade in through Central, and well, his timing needs to be perfect, but it seems like a more aggressive push here from the Portuguese over at Wall. But they had no idea that Rocket was there, and in comes the Belgian push through Wall, through Tunnel, sorry. Tuzi, last one standing versus Shane and Wildman here. Not enough damage here being done by Tuzi, and I think they heard him. Oh no. Need to take out one. That's one. Oh, click, click, not the sound. What a beast. What a fantastic headshot there with that Desert Eagle. Tuzi saves the day for the Portuguese. What an awesome kill there after the click click. So no kills just yet in this 10th round. There we go. Riri, first one to die. He is the top fragger of Team Portugal. Can the rest of Team Belgium now do something with this advantage? Yeah, Rock's outdated. Riri overrated. Long have we waited. Tuzi activated! Yeah, there we go. So this is an important round here for the Belgians. We're approaching the halfway point, and Tuzi still gets the kill in on Rocket, in fact. Rocket not firing on all cylinders, as you can see score-wise, but he's still a very important player for Team Belgium. And in comes Logic just to secure the tunnel, and will actually get some med down as well. So 3 versus 3, and what a timing to switch, but still Logic gets 2 headshots and will get the 3rd kill as well. Logic with the G36 being going beast mode here, and 6-4 is the score. I remember when the G36 I will Supermart. I remember when the G36 was scorned, but nowadays... oh wow. Why the hell not? Let's invite Supermart and Ryujin. Let's see. Ah, Ryujin. leaving me hanging. Ryogen said, I can be your co-shoutcaster if you want. He's saying sorry, guys. Now I'm joined by Supermart, though. At least I think I am. Everybody's dodging my calls. Ah, here we go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. Let's see if we can... Why can't I add Ryujin? Can you become my friend in Discord, please? I don't know if that's stopping me, but it's giving me something like that.
Be your friend on Discord. What?
Yeah. I sent you a friend. I sent you a friend request. Be my friend, please. Anyway, push here from the Portuguese. In comes ADX and friends. Oh, poor positioning there from the Belgians. Seemed like they were caught flat-footed. Shane's still alive though versus Memnon now. Now I can invite Ryujin as well.
While on screen, Shane will find Memnon that is currently at spawn, nearby food. Probably full back toward tunnel down.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Hello, Ryujin.
Hello. Am I live?
You are certainly live.
Okay.
Long time no talk.
Yes, that's right, Bram. Bram was Bram.
Yeah.
That's,
Can you put me on your headset or something like that, because I can hear myself back.
Yes, one moment.
So in the meantime, though, the Portuguese are wrecking the Belgian team. Yes, guys, now you know my real name. In English, it's Bram rather than Bram, but it depends on where you're from, how you pronounce it. Anyway, in the meantime, though, let's focus on the game.
Yeah, Belgium got a bit behind now, 2 rounds of deficit, advantage of Portugal.
Yeah, but they came back after, falling back. I think it was 4 rounds, but a very aggressive push here from Riri takes the first opening kill here in round number 15. And, ooh, is Rocket going to counter?
Rocket.
He will. Oh my god.
Wow.
Tries to limp back so they can get some medical attention. But in comes the rest of the Portuguese to slaughter them like lambs. Anyway,
Yeah, nice rotation.
yeah, certainly. And with 7 minutes left on the clock here, the difference starting to the gap starting to widen again. And here we have a sneaky Portuguese push through tunnel. But Logic and friends were anticipating this.
Rocket and Locati left, split around, not close to each other, actually, not the ideal situation. Rocket will dodge nades left and right.
But unfortunately, Aerox has the better of him with the G36, so it's 10-6 now. This is the time for the Belgians to go, well, Super Saiyan mode or whatever, because they can use all of the help that they can get.
Rocket will try to bounce nades off the wall, doesn't manage to get the first one and doesn't manage either to get some hits done toward the Portuguese guys at wall. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Portuguese push toward mid down and Locati picking up kills at statue.
And here with 15 rounds left in the G36, well, not one of them could hit, unfortunately, and ADX and Memnon will take him out in quick succession. So now with 5 rounds the difference, yeah, it's going to be tough here. Looking like the Belgians will lose on their first home map.
Well, I mean, on 5 with 5 minutes left on Austria, it's not the end of the world, I would say. They still have time to make rotation, but they need to start finding hits, because as of now, Portuguese guys are just ramming them.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, Ree, I'll get you the GTV info in a second. There you go. FYI, you can just talk to me in here because chat doesn't give a pop-up when I'm streaming. Anyway, 4 rounds to difference now. Is that still possible?
Rocket deciding to give a bit of a boost.
Yeah, exactly.
You may call it rocket boost. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen, in this beautiful semi-final. Aerox trying to pick mid. 2 man disadvantage for Portugal. They should be rotating and they are preparing to do so at state U. Aerox spotting Logic, a tunnel down, doesn't manage to get him.
Well, they are doing what they should do, winning 2 rounds in quick succession now, but the clock is still ticking away solidly.
I mean, 4 minutes, 3 round of disadvantage. Portugal have to do everything but push, really. Meanwhile, Nade's flying in. Look at his face. Rocket tried to fence off the Portuguese push at wall. Really comfortably sitting at mid, waiting for them to show up. And same time.
You can see that the Portuguese are going to take it a little bit slower here. Just going to hold the line, bunch up a little bit more. And in comes the push, but it has been spotted, right? Well, good exchange here for the Belgians.
Yeah, wonderful.
Susie here, last one standing, he's 3%, and he will be taken out by Rocket. Nice headshot, a little bit overkill, but 2 rounds to difference now.
We do indeed have a match. 11-9, 3 minutes and 15 on the clock. Belgium still behind, but they have all the time now. It's also interesting to see that they do not try to actively contest wall for now. They decide to nade, staying back, and probably waiting for Logic or the guys at middle to get the opening kills.
Yeah, I also think that they're just scared of having the nades land at them because, well, we haven't seen Portugal make many mistakes after they have had the 1-man advantage.
The problem is that wall is a Russian roulette. You know that you have 4 nades to avoid, but you don't know where they're gonna land. Plus, they can also try the sneak action of jumping on the wall with the nade preloaded and dumping it on them.
Doing a little bit of damage to Wildman here, but they still have the tunnel and they haven't died just yet. In comes Rocket through mid. Oh, but Rocket died. No, it was Shane who died actually at mid. And now Locati needs to bust this open because otherwise they can be flanked from behind. Wildman has been spotted. In comes ADX. Oh.
Get the first one. 2 versus 2 now.
But it's Rocket who will need to go big here with 30% remaining. 18 bullets. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Crucial round, bad. Now we should see, in theory, seeing a rush coming on from the Belgium side. The question is, are they going to rush wall or are they going to rush tunnel upwards? I'll discover it shortly.
Oh, nice double tap on the helmet, but unfortunately that is in favor of the Portuguese, and I would really like to see the Belgians at least win on their home map. Otherwise we're going to have a short game on our hands, I think. It is best of 5, of course, but where's Team Nordic? Yeah, good question, CSS Venice. Where is Team Nordic?
Well, I have a good news and a bad news. Which one do you want first about that?
Well, I'm sure that RKQ can explain.
Meanwhile, Riri at middle.
Oh my god, Riri leaving his team open to the push. Oh, but there he comes from behind. That's the way Riri likes. I mean, what? 1 minute to go here.
That was on you.
1 minute remaining, 5 rounds the difference. It was a valiant effort, and to be honest, I think that 5 rounds maybe distorts the score a little bit, but yeah, nevertheless, it will be a win for the Portuguese. Really, I could hear your microphone activating.
Yes, very good evening and a very late night. Well, thank you for having me on the show. I didn't wanted to interrupt your shoutcasting because you're already 19 minutes busy.
Oh, feel free.
But,
your expert opinion is most welcome.
Well, my expert opinion is I think Riri did very well this game. He won mid and he took on control. He pushed Belgium's back and he definitely took the favor for his team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And well, in the meantime, we could see Tuzi also going strong in that round, getting some lovely kills. But now, well, it's the dying seconds of the game, and well, I really wonder. Well, actually, now that we have Ryujin here, we can make a little bit of use of his experience. Kingdom Team Survivor. How does that differ compared to this map?
What?
Kingdom Team Survivor. Well, first let me talk about the similarities, and I think that will be that middle, the control over middle will be definitely important. So I think we will see from Portugal, also from Belgium, they're one of the best players, fast players with grenades will be taking middle, and it will all be about coordinating middle with the sides of the map. And I think the team that can take best advantage of middle will take the win.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I really think that there is a big similarity in the way that middle, you throw tons of nades over middle, and the same happens over at wall in Austria, that is. But
there are a couple of things going on if you're talking about Kingdom. It depends, especially on the tavern side. If they are not able to keep control of middle, they're going to have people pushing from mid down, aiming at bow, aiming at the garden that stands between bow and library, and making picks there. And it's going to make the situation extremely hard for the people playing bow and library, force them either to push or play back. So this is one key. The second key is going to be the sniper battle that's going to go on pretty much at Cathedral to see who is going to take the responsibility of that and what are they gonna make when the opening kills happen.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, well, we seem to have a slight change of plans, where Belgium chose to first play Team Survivor. Portugal has chosen to opt for a CTF map. So, Ryu, would you say that Belgium is weak on CTF, weaker than in Team Survivor?
Well, to be fair, I don't know these players that well.
Fair enough.
But from what I've seen, I think the movement is very well. So I don't see the problem with capture the flag. I have been playing a bit of public capture the flag myself, and I've seen some players of Belgium pop up once in a while. So I expect Belgium to do pretty well on capture the flag.
We'll have to wait and see, obviously. I mean, of course, we do have the stalwarts on the Portuguese side who are, well, they are not really new. they have been around, well, probably longer than Ryujin and myself. At least some of them have, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Memnon. Isn't it time to retire? But apparently it's not. He's still leading his country to the semi-finals and possibly the finals. We'll have to wait and see when they ready up. Maybe I actually already got a message from... no, I haven't got a message from Maku just yet, so we at least have 2.5 minutes to go. So let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gents, and we are about to ready up on the second map. It is Algiers CTF. I am joined by Supermart and Ryujin. Ryujin, of course, one of the old school Urban Terror players, one of the best known Urban Terror players, but also one of the players who has now succumbed to old age and no longer one of the best.
Harsh words, but none of them are lies and definitely true.
No, it was really cool to see Team NL play this year again, and I'm quite curious. Do you think you guys will play again next year?
Perhaps if a newer version of the game is out, yeah. But I think most of the people in the community are waiting for something new.
Yeah, for sure. I think that, all of us are desperately waiting for something new, that's for sure.
Ryujin, a question that all the community is wondering. Will you play the next Urban Zone season?
Maybe, Supermart. I'm full of surprises. Yeah, so we'll see.
In the meantime, though, the game is afoot. So we've got 2 times 10 minutes of CTF action, and Oruk is asking if the other semi-final will also be streamed. Yes, it will, but no, it won't happen today. That is because France and USA could not agree upon a good time and date. So, thank God, because that also means that we can at least stream both matches if so that they won't be played at the same time.
We can definitely see Portugal putting the pressure on here.
Yes,
and Blue is known for the defensive side. Shane going for the push and taking off control, 1 over, and if they play this right, they can go for a double cap.
But, it's not even going to be 1 cap. Very good job there by, who was it? Was it Shane? No, it wasn't. It was 1 Portuguese player who managed to return the flag. And, in the meantime, it's 0-0. And you're right, in fact, Ryujin, these Belgians are playing quite well. They were the first ones to be in possession of the opponent's flag. Lokhati now, will he have all of the support? Will Memnon be able to intercept? But no, he won't. It's 1-0 to Team Belgium on the home map here of Portugal.
And that's a beautiful flank by Mudge, and I think he has to time this right because he's turning seconds now, and now Belgium is in a tough position.
I have to say it was also some sloppy movement there by Mudge. It was a nice flank, but he got stuck on one of the boxes. Otherwise, I'm quite sure it would have been a cap. But here we go. Aerox is going to bring it all back to 1 square. And indeed, as Biddle has mentioned, very impressive for Belgium to impose their will on the French side, on the Portuguese side, on the harder from the harder side. It's definitely that red that has the advantage here.
If Belgium plays it right, they can counter the spawn now.
Match basically crawling, getting the second flag for Team Belgium. As the chat was wondering, it is indeed a peculiar choice from Portugal to play CTF versus Belgium, but we'll see how it pays out for them. Riri got one of the defender down, got the second one, and gets himself in position.
Now where's the push from the Portuguese though? Logic and Rocket have really camped it hard and camped it good. They avoided 1 cap, and ADX here doing the same on the red side. Mining the red flag.
That's the way to do it.
And
Shane tried to get the hit with the G36.
Yeah. Hey Thomas E. Warfare, it's the Portuguese that won on the home map of Belgium, Austria Team Survivor.
You can see that Belgium really takes up on the higher ground and the balconies, and they try to take out the Portuguese, and when they have an advantage, they try to push in. and it's working for them till now.
Yeah, certainly. It's usually when you give away camel corn, and that's when you start losing flag after flag. But at the moment, the Belgians doing a very good job. But here comes ADX, slides it all the way home. Nicely done, 2-2.
Nice. Beautiful action from ADX, right timing, and basically avoiding bullets like in Matrix in order to get the third flag. Capture of the game.
What we see indeed is that Belgium decides to give away camel, but it has a risk with it, because if they reach camel with the flag, they can get away with it.
Yeah, that's very true. Nice try, ADX.
Talking about which, they reach camel with the flag indeed, Riri has it, Riri capture it, and it's 3-2 for Team Portugal.
This is not going the way the Belgians intended it, but nevertheless, I mean, I think that if they can keep around 5 caps difference, so lose 5 by 5 caps on this side, they will definitely still be in contention. But we're only halfway, and it's 3-2. Locati in possession of the red flag here, has been spotted by Riri.
Decides to go for the long way, doesn't manage, gets taken down, and flag will be taken back now by Snow.
And to be
Really
honest,
showing
all of the time wasted here by the Portuguese without capping is in the advantage to the advantage of the Belgians. Oh, ADX takes a headshot here from Locati, and nope, no kills just yet with that nade. Oh, we've got a
This is
connection
interesting.
interrupt. Airlock's
Yeah.
going 999, it seems. Yep, indeed. Now the real question is, how long was this 999 the case? Hope not too long. But, well, obviously they have Super Sub Tuzi, who went big on Team Survivor at their disposal. Welcome, Real Mazu. Whenever I see people coming in so enthusiastic in the Twitch chat, I think you've been away for a long time. But it's really cool to see people come back, and most welcome. Glad to be able to entertain people and show that this game, well, might not be alive, but it's not dead. It's in zombie mode at the moment. We're just waiting for the next release. And there goes the 999er. Just waiting for either Tuzi to ready up or a quick, who knows, modem reset or whatever. We've seen it before. Indeed, we have 100 viewers, which is freaking awesome. Thanks, guys. Really makes it worthwhile streaming.
Twitch partnership coming next.
We are already Twitch partners. We are, in fact, Twitch partners since 10 years. We were already partners when we were just in when Twitch was just in TV. So yeah, we've been around for a long time, maybe a little bit too long. Anyway, still waiting for them to ready up.
I think Shane is doing a very good job with the G36 and silencer on the balcony, and he's trying to have an overview over the whole map, and he's doing a very good job tagging a few Portuguese players when they spawn and try to get out of there. And I can imagine it's very annoying to get a lag hit when running out of spawn.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and the Portuguese are really harassing the Belgian spawn, but I have to say that they're not really imposing their will just yet. Do you have any thoughts what could be the reason of that?
I mean,
well, Supermart, what are your thoughts?
the thing is that Belgium is very, very good at CTF, and what also the chat was wondering earlier, that their decision to play CTF versus Belgium is not strange, but not what we would expect from them. And I think that they are struggling simply from this side, and that Belgium is defending very, very well.
Yeah, you see that for the Portuguese to take the flag, it's that awkward spot where you have to check the balcony, and the Belgium has also a player behind the box, way back into the base, and you can really see the Portuguese having trouble killing the person behind the box in the base, and which makes it awkward to go in. Especially if you have to take a look at the counter, because you don't want a full respawn of 14 seconds, because the Belgians they will punish you for that. So I think for Portugal at this moment, in the next 4 minutes, it's all about killing the two persons we are specking right now, and that is Shane here on the balcony. I think once they have the balcony, it's all about a matter of being fast and dodging the long range aimer behind the box.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is logic. If I check the minimap, yeah, that's logic.
And well, I have to also say that this taking themselves out of the run of the game, and of course this is not intended. This is really some internet issues, but is not in favor of the Portuguese. As I mentioned earlier on in this half, if the Belgians can stay within contention, like within 5 rounds, then they still have a chance. But if the gap is only 1, for instance, well, I think that I would change my favorite for this map to Team Belgium, and then we would really have a match on our hands, 1-1, beating each other's serve, if you want to keep, or if we want to use tennis terms. But it's we've got a nice semi-finals on our hands, guys.
Yeah, I think we are going to see one of the Portuguese going to make a long flank.
Okay.
Going through Oasis, I think around 2 minutes. I think one of the Portuguese is going to think like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to try it one time to go all the way back and flank them for a nice cap.
What's happening? Timeout has been taken away, but they are 4 versus 5.
Yeah, the timeout, there's also a time limit to the timeout. But I can already tell you, Maku just informed me, you still got 2.5 minutes of timeout, and that was 1.5 minutes ago. So in comes Aerox, here we go, no 2Z super sub. Aerox still 999 on my screen, but there we go. That's also GTV. No idea what the hell is going on in Twitch chat, but I'll just choose to ignore it. Here we go. We should see them ready up any moment now.
It's always a good policy anyway. So
ignore Twitch chat. Oh yeah, for sure. And here we go.
Okay.
Oh, nice headshot here from Locati, opening Camel corner to a Belgian counter. And another kill here. Oh, really had a very, unusual spot to camp and defend, but very useful here. Now let's see if Ryujin's prediction of a flanking Portuguese player is going to come to fruition. Well, as we can see on minimap, there was one, Memnon, but he encountered much. So now it's one Portuguese player who is holding much off. Very nicely done by Aerox. 11% saves the day.
Slowing down for sure.
Yeah, it's nice to see that Locati, even though it's only 3 minutes left, he's going for Camel.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, I think they realized that if they can just slow down the Portuguese a little bit, then that is.
And there's Logic. Yeah. Oh.
Such great teamwork. But he doesn't have enough support. He had all of the support there around him.
ADX, get the kill now. Drop the flag just nearby his own. Aerox will finish the job.
And there's Logic, and this is the awkward spot here, what I was talking about.
Aerox down to 30%, slides it home. Oh my goodness. Great job here from the Portuguese. The Belgians giving it away a little bit here towards the end.
Yeah. 5-2, still not extremely open in terms of gap, but Belgium has to start to pay a bit more attention. It seems that everything that Seven said earlier was actually with the purpose of jinxing them.
Yeah, curse of the commentator strikes again.
Rocket, meanwhile, finding some hits on Aerox at Camel.
And here comes the counter push. They have 3 seconds to do it.
Picks up the Kevlar.
Look at
Oh,
it.
wow!
Light for his life.
But now they have to hold it for another 3 seconds. And they did.
And here we see Manon going for the flank, but I love what Much is doing. He's always going through the back to stop this.
Doesn't manage this time. Aerox get the flag, try to slide off Camel, get stopped in the process. No, will pick up where.
Logic behind the box, hitting in the legs. So that's awkward.
Yeah. But being behind the box also, well, avoids you from rushing into Camel to return the flag, and well, that was what happened there. 3 caps the difference, and 1 minute still remaining. And Shea
One more
now
time.
does tons of damage, but it will be 4 caps the difference with still 50 seconds on the clock. This is an amazing comeback here from the Portuguese. Maybe that timeout was exactly what they needed. The Belgians are starting to lose it quick and fast, and in comes another cap probably. No.
And the trade never stopped.
No.
They're pushing the pace now. Oh, Rocket seems to be...
Nobody at the Portuguese flag. Much is just going to hold the line here. 19 seconds. I'm sure that they'll be pleased to stop the rut. Stop all of the caps coming. Wow. Great job by the Portuguese here.
Yeah, that was a beautiful comeback. Nice.
So 8-3 for the first half. Portugal has a sensible advantage. It will be crucial for them to be able to defend, but we all know that in CTF defending as 5 people is not a tactic that really pays off. Otherwise, it turns into a TDM.
Yeah, for sure. What I was really surprised
Anyone
at.
need support?
Oh, thanks very much, Itacito, for your continued subscription. Your 4th month as a subscriber, in total at least. Really appreciate the support, Itacito. Once more, the subscription income will be going to the winner of this Nations Cup, so keep them coming. And they've already readied up, but I'm quickly going to take this time. The 5th cap of Portugal there was amazing, because you could see that all of the 3 supporters for the flag runner just completely surrounded the flag runner. It was really nice to see, and unfortunately we don't have instant replay. But well, let's see if we can get some more highlight-worthy action here.
They're not that professional.
Yeah. You see a similar setup here by the Portuguese on blue side. 2 balcony, 1 going through the back as a flanker or mid-house, and a few in the base.
Meanwhile, really left with 1 hit at Camel. Aerox will take the Belgian flag, which is not what the Belgians want at the present moment. And ADX makes the situation considerably harder for Belgium. With Memnon even making it worse. 2-0, Portugal advantage also in the second half. I'm sure that France is gonna be watching pretty much intently on this one, in order to understand if picking CTF versus them or not. But
for sure, I mean, France, well, their bread and butter is pretty much CTF. That's the reason why, well, they are quite solid as a team. I would say that they are, well, I wouldn't say average, but they are a good Team Survivor team, but they are a great CTF team. That's,
well, I mean, we saw them struggling during this Nation Cup, especially with Slavic, and also I believe with was it with Netherlands that they got close to lose another map? Are you? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, never mind, but for sure with Slavik, they got very close to lose Kaza.
Yeah, well, and it has to be said that also Team France is no longer the Team France of years back, but still, obviously one of the best countries that we have.
I love it how the Portuguese are delaying Belgium here from coming out of the spawn, and they're comfortable with it. And Logic is still back here, but Belgium needs the time and needs the caps, and they are struggling getting map control because the
And they need
Portuguese
7.
are really holding them back.
They need 7 caps to make up as of now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is really possible on the red side, but you have to impose your will upon the opponents and start killing them. And
That's standard rule for a chess match.
yeah.
Infiltrating their balconies, going through the back, making it difficult. But right now they are really struggling, and it's like a blue front of Portuguese killing machines.
Yeah, indeed. It's they've really set up shop. I'm not saying that they're camping, but they really are intensifying their defense. Let's put it that way. And well, you need to flank as Ryu mentioned, but
Meanwhile,
also.
Locati will manage to get the first flag finally for Belgium.
And this is exactly what I was about to say, but unfortunately didn't get a word in edgewise. Getting cap after cap on red side, that's the key to victory here. If the Belgians want to win here, then they'll need to continue doing that. And well, we just saw a flanking Belgian, but unfortunately dying on the flag.
But the bus should never stop, and it did in this situation. Belgium needs to make up 5 more caps.
And you can see the blue side is all about communicating, because Manon is really dependent on what his teammates are communicating around the flag.
Locati in a not so nice situation, avoids the long for at least for
Nice
now.
nade though. Locati taking out what was it? Oh,
Match in a prime position to snatch the flag, gets a helmet in the process
Has
and
been
doesn't manage to
spotted,
get it far away.
Portuguese just camping it up here. And going to harass them a little bit in their spawn. Poor movement there from the Portuguese. They were in each other's sidelines. Now it seems like
Difficult to coordinate.
balcony has been taken though by the Belgians. So, well, yeah, and the timing is just off.
5 minutes remaining, and the Belgium should really start to try to push more. Because every second that passes.
What you see here, okay, this is an advantage for the blue side. I mean, they are capping now Belgium, but it takes a lot of time to take over that balcony and going in. And the Belgians don't have that time.
There's a whole discussion now if CTF is a good mode or not. I think it's the best mode. It's the most entertaining mode, at least.
No, it's very dangerous to ask that question on certain Discord servers, but we leave it there. Anyway, Riri still widening the gap. It's 3-3. One more time.
I love it how they communicate all over the map, like team kill me for the right time.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's also one element that just makes CTF so much. Never mind, I'm not going to say it. I love it. I love CTF. Let's put it that way.
The extremely careful 7. Meanwhile, Logic. We try the flank, gets one.
That's very well done by Logic, going through the back.
Also kind of sloppy,
And
to be
I
honest.
think Belgium has a chance here now because they have balcony. Rocket's going for the flank, and this might be it. If he does this right, this can be a cap. And there he goes.
Yeah,
if they're fast enough.
Ducati the side,
no.
long way. But both flags are
yeah,
now
flag on
present.
flag. Riri. Oh my god, Locati behind you, no!
Decide to drop the flag in the worst possible place, which is right in Riri arms. Riri takes it, says thanks, slides away in the sunset, and enlarges the gap one more time.
Yeah, kind of amateur hour there from the Belgians, I have to say.
For the Portuguese, it's now just a matter of just spawning right, killing each other on the right timer, and just holding these balconies like they do now. And if they do that, this will be a clean victory. And the Belgians will have to make moves like this. Great flanks, another one incoming. And it's all about rocket now.
I mean, I like the fact that Rio is trying to be democratic, but Belgium is pretty much a miracle. They need to make about 6 captures in a matter of 2 minutes. So, yeah, perfect storm situation as to create for them to do it.
LG it's 5 seconds and you can have a cap. So
Well, the Belgians showed that they know how to play CTF, but not as good as the Portuguese. So they lost their home map, and the Portuguese
this
won
was
their
huge.
home map. Yeah, for sure. Memnon, what the hell? Showing old age.
He doesn't need to do a lot at this stage with 1 minute and 70 left on the clock, and 4 flag advantage. Still has a comfortable lead.
yeah, I love it how Memnon just takes his time and he knows it's all about just surviving on the blue side, and he knows they're on an advantage, so he doesn't feel pressured to make silly moves or go in too fast.
I mean, there are plenty of things that the Portuguese guys can do at this stage. They can simply turn it into a TDM and camp the flag, and that's pretty much it. With 39 seconds left on the clock, it will work.
You can see Shane struggling, killing that guy behind the box.
Great anticipation from Riri, probably great communication, I should say. But here comes Memnon, going to put that nail in the coffin. Yes, he will. Stops the cap.
Does it in an amazing fashion.
All square here, but on aggregate, it's the Portuguese who are leading by 5 caps. And here we go. GG. Congratulations, Portugal. That's the second map on the board. And let's update the score and transition over. So that means that we will be going to the last. Well, no, sorry. The third map, which is not going to be Paris, I can promise you that. Paris is at the moment loading on the GTV.
So for those of you that are watching from Twitch TV now, you understand which one of us has a wife that is waiting for him.
Wishful thinking. Well, yes, I know she's waiting for me, but still wishful thinking that we will be done in 3 maps. Maybe you can also hear a baby in the background, by the way.
No, not this time. This time is clear so far.
Well, I can hear him anyway. So we're just going to have to wait for the next map to ready up. Let me quickly see. Okay, well, they have readied up in 2.5 minutes. Yes, I know, I have a time traveling machine. So I say that we can continue talking. I'm just really curious which map will load up. I expect...
Kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. So now we can really do our pre-match keys to victory, but GTV is just messing around. Anyway, so as Ryu mentioned, between the maps of Austria and Algiers, we will be going to Kingdom now. Huh? Was Algiers a map of Team Belgium? That's really strange. You'd say that you switch maps, but apparently we played both home maps of Belgium. Maybe Biddle can say something about this in Twitch chat. Anyway, or maybe the Urban Zone website is messed up. That's also possible. The loser of a map picks next map. Oh, wow. Okay, that sucks for Belgium. They don't have any home maps remaining. That's called getting your ass handed to you. Okay, well, now we're going to Kingdom, the first home map of Team Portugal. And as Ryu mentioned during the break between Austria and Algiers, we will have loads of nades being tossed over the middle of the wall. Nice.
Yes, and as mentioned, it will all about be the coordination between the upper middle, down middle, and the left flank and the right flank. Aerox, of course, known as a Kingdom player since Kingdom was introduced in competitive Urban Terror. So they have the advantage there when it comes to experience. So I'm wondering what Belgium is going to do, if they're going to use a sniper or not, or just going for the automatic guns. If I check the mini-map fast, it looks like a classic setup. 2 middle, 1 bow, 1 library, and 1 on guards. And there we go. Specking Shane with the nades. You see all the grenades in the hands. People are ready to throw them over.
Should be the one moving toward both the side defensive one, but you should know that the timing is not right for the other player to be there already. Nades garden now.
Are you guys getting smooth FPS, by the way?
It's okay.
Extremely smooth.
It's kind of rough here at the moment. Hope you guys don't mind not drop frames on my end. It's just GTV and Urban Terror not playing nicely. Anyway, let's focus on the game.
There was 1 low of the Portuguese, and now it's all about regrouping and medicing up. And Rocket and Kaitos, it's nice that they are together. And you can see here Riri just picking up a corner, and they're like, we are fine here. And now they go in. Very well played by Memnon.
Gets a little tap on the butt from Riri. And, well, 1 minute played, 1 map in, 1 round in the bag for the Portuguese here. And we're going to see a little bit of stalemate here with the nades being tossed over the wall.
Portugal playing defensive, but Bo and Library decided not to show up and not to contest it, like at least right after. Memnon will move into Library to try to get the pickle. Bridge doesn't manage. Rocket meanwhile from bridge down, rotating to bridge up, find some little kills. ADX and Aerox.
Oh, that was very beautiful done.
Fantastic
that was
teamwork.
amazing.
Oh
1 on
my
the side and 1 pulling them in as bait. That was beautiful.
Yeah, and
Continues
Rocket
to
also
do so.
showing
Rocket-
what he's good at. I mean, he's not for he wins like those 2-on-2s and what's it called, the events, the knockouts, etc. That's just by switching really fast and having some great skill, some great individual skill.
Meanwhile, will be hit from bridge down, doesn't manage to finish Hyrox, which was coming out of Library. Logic, last man standing versus 4, not the ideal situation.
And you saw that Belgium was in an awkward spot, just hanging in the back and not really know what to do, to move in or just wait up. And that's the hard part of Kingdom, the middle.
Yeah, for sure.
Bridge bigger, and this is exactly what we were talking about before. If you do not contest bridge down, you're gonna have somebody showing up from there and hammering your guys at bow every time.
Kaitos and Shane need to stick together if they want to be sure at winning this round, but they can also not waste too much time. They know that Aerox is down to 29%, at least if their teammates communicated correctly. And he has been spotted and, well, caught flat-footed. 2-all here.
Nice the existence of a wall and gets taken down in the process. Follow Shane.
Now we're going to see the nades rain in.
Yeah. So clever choice. They knew that they didn't have the timing and they avoided the nade coming from bridge up. Rocket will get one with a nade.
Oh, that was beautiful. And you could see they threw in the nades and then they made a coordinated push because they knew the Belgians were in the back. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful to see Urban Terror being played at such high level.
Let's see how Belgium is taking advantage now.
Nice
That was
nade
nice,
from Iron.
mate.
Memnon, last man standing, he rotated wisely. On the other side of the map, it will be a bit of hide and seek now. Let's see for how many seconds he can last. He stays there not for long. There you go.
And I think that might be the first flawless victory of the whole match. Not that it says much, but once more, Frozen Sand flawless victory means 2 points, I would say. That would really change the dynamic of Team Survivor, I'm sure.
That would be savage. But, meanwhile, 4 versus 4, couple of guys been taken down. Crucially, Memnon, one of them. And it is the last.
Yeah.
You can see that the Portuguese just want to play. They don't go for time. They're not gonna hide. You can see they just want to go for the next round.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, they've also got a little bit of trust in their ability. It's not like they're going to slash kill or something like that. Just play, as you mentioned, Ryu, you're right. Anyway, 5 minutes played now, and well, the Portuguese are trailing on their home map, but not by much, obviously. Speaking of much, he has been subbed out. And we also find Wildman still on the sub bench. Now Memnon against 4 Belgians, and he has been spotted. Ooh. Wow, great great pre-fire there by Kaitos. What were you about to say? Sorry, Ree.
Well, what I want to say is that the Belgians do really well with the medkit, leaving the medkit behind, and they're dropping the medkit for the person that's gonna stick in the back, and that really gives them advantage in these 3 versus 3 situations. Some action in the middle. Kaitos going in.
Kaitos, you want to consider not showing up from... It's pretty much non-existent, but Belgium advantage so far.
Sorry, I just hit the wrong button and I muted you a little bit there, Super. But anyway.
For how many minutes?
No, for a couple of seconds. Actually,
I call this retribution. Anyway.
It wasn't only you.
Beautiful attempt of push from Logic. It doesn't manage to find more than one. Locati, meanwhile, will leave ADX with 1 HP.
Oh.
A Rocket to pick up the piece 6-4.
Rocket is playing really well. He's dodging all the nades, and he's surviving and also playing aggressive when needed, falling back. We see here Locati playing more back. Oh, that was by Riri.
A bit too
Riri
much static.
in the middle.
A bit too static for being library.
And
Portugal
I
has the
love
man
to see-
advantage now.
Yeah, and I love how to see that Riri played middle in Austria. Now he's playing library, so he seems to favor the close range positions.
Oh, Team Belgium all squashed between Fontaine and Bo will be flanked and taken down.
Yeah, that was well coordinated by the Portuguese.
So meanwhile, some love messages for 7 in the chat. Following Gyrox now, dealing with the extremely ungrateful job of keeping bridge up. Played a couple of hits with logic, doesn't manage to get much more than that done.
Yeah, you can see Arox is playing middle. He's one of the most experienced Kingdom players, and he's taking up the hardest job. And we see that Belgium is sticking in the back. They're like, okay, you guys can have the front. And this will be a game about preparing a rush, checking the right corners, medicing up. Belgium is playing really the slow pace here. Oh, they have one picked off, moving out, and they are pushing out, well coordinated. Shane going for the fast flank. 1v1 Logic is there. Oh.
Logic, try the fast push at bridge up, doesn't pay off for him. Tied 6-6. The thing here is that they are in two completely different mental states. Belgium is playing to survive. Portugal, meanwhile, on the other side, they have 3 match point and not really a lot of rush because this one and the next one is their map. Yeah.
That was beautiful, Nate. And I agree with you there, Super. They're on a different game. And we see here the Belgians indeed again surviving, and they have the it's 4 versus 2. I think they're going for this one, the Belgians. They don't want to let this one go in a draw.
Also here, if you are Portugal, it's like I kind of struggle to find the point on what they're trying to do by being split. Manmo gets one, but now it's 2 versus 1. And being 2 versus 3 is always better than being 1 versus 2 from that side.
Yeah.
Seven 6, still Belgium advantage nevertheless, but just by 1 round while we reached half of the map.
I think now it all comes to who has the predictable nades and who can pick off, and Shane gets picked off. And here we see her moving in. And that was very well done by Portugal.
There are basically 2 positions from which you can make stuff happen. One of them is bow/library, by meaning pushing more aggressively, and the other one is bridge, of course. Cathedral seems to be, so far, the more static one, based on what we saw in their tactics.
Yeah. Oh, that was unfortunate. Riri, he pulls a nade there to push them back. But the Belgians are playing very, very laid back.
Really, try to play basket, doesn't find the net. Meanwhile, 3 versus 3, Belgium rotating toward Cathedral. Wondering if they're preparing to push, but Portugal get the idea before them. And they walk into the Belgian meat grinder.
Yeah, I don't know what they really were up to there. Perhaps they didn't thought they were there at guards, but there was a bit of a clumsy move, 1 by 1.
Rocket, first nade on the roof, second nade should be better for him, hopefully. Seems to be landing at garden, but no damage done. Logic decided to use his own.
You can see that the Belgians from this side play way more laid back. compared to the Portuguese. The Portuguese are more in favor of upper middle, pushing it back.
It's a lot of it comes down to in which kind of situation you are comfortable to trade it. If you are more preferring short range like Memnon showed, or if you prefer more long range. So, meanwhile, ADX
definitely.
will take down one at bridge down, and they will round it up.
We got here Airwalks and here at guards. We haven't seen this position that much until now, so it's nice to see what's going on here. Here we go to middle, and we can see that Airwalks is very aggressive on mid. Very well done, falling back for the medic.
Ooh. 3v3, one more time. Not the best position for the Belgian players.
Oh,
Beautiful action by Memnon.
Yeah, that round was won by Memnon.
Beautiful action by Memnon. 9-8, and I believe for the first time in the map we have Portugal advantage. And they're also calling for a timeout.
Yeah.
Thankfully, no 999s this time. So maybe a real tactical timeout.
I mean, it's from the Portuguese side, so
Yeah,
I don't necessarily see the need.
Still could be tactical to switch over to a more defensive playing style. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. Maybe get some nade launchers out.
The more defensive style. Portuguese seem to have are pretty comfortable at taking on middle, but I think they're gonna make us have to think about how to get to the Belgians who keep sticking to in the back.
Meanwhile, the Belgian waffle truck is moving toward guards. 4 people there, 1 watching at what seems to be library. They should suspect that they are probably camping at either their spawn or tavern, and they should start to slowly prepare to move in. As they do now, but the barman is not so nice, and Rocket gets taken down in the process.
And Riri was trying to go for the flank, but unfortunately it didn't work out. And 2 versus 2, both have a medkit. And I love how Belgium always has a medkit in the back. And there was some nice action by Kaitos, and Lokati finishes it off.
Crucial round, clutched by Belgium, which takes the score down to 9-9. Could have been considerably worse. Portugal could have enlarged the gap by 2 with 5 minutes and 34 left on the clock. Didn't happen, luckily for them. We may be seeing a 4th map after all if Belgium can keep the pressure up.
Okay, I'll get my divorce papers sorted.
For those of you in chat that have a spare room in your apartment, 7 of 9 may need a couch starting from next week, so feel free to message us.
Kaitek says that it's time for Tuzi to play. Well, Tuzi did play very nicely on Austria Team Survivor. Becoming a dad is not an excuse to stop playing Urban Terror, Trusty. Sorry. Reagent does not approve.
Well, since I'm a dad, I'm like reinventing myself, and I installed Urban Terror again. So,
is that since you're a dad, or since lockdown?
Yeah, that was since lockdown. I think it's the lockdown. Yeah.
Potato.
Yeah, exactly.
Back on the way.
Yeah, and we're gonna see now if teams change their strategy. And Locatis is still going for the forward. They're checking up mid, nading it down, and we see the Portuguese are laying back. Oh, beautiful nade by Memnon.
Nade coming probably from Fontaine. Got it taken down. Kaitos will follow shortly after. Is a 3 versus 2 for Portugal.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it's the third time that Portugal makes this move. Like they have one kill advantage and then two come through middle and two library. And they really love to push that library once they're one kill ahead. Snow taking off middle, throwing some nades over, and they're gonna try it again with a coordination.
But Irox, bad coordination, talking about that. Really takes down one with an 8. It's 3 versus 5 now. Belgium should really quickly coordinating and moving in. Memnum, last man standing, will try to take some time.
Yes, and he's well aware that if he manages to pull off this this round, they will be in a big advantage, seeing the time. And the Belgians know they can't underestimate Memnon, so they're probably sticking together. Kaitos again with a medkit, and that's very well done by Belgium every round, that they always survive with a medkit.
I mean, they do have the chance to split if they want and do 2 and go with 2 and 1.
Yeah.
And leaving the medic with a duo in order to try to find out where Memnon is exactly located on the map. Just to answer the chat, CTF result was won by Portugal.
Oh.
Wasn't ready for the second, but very nice double tap on the head. All square now with 3.5 minutes on the clock. Wonder if we're going to see a little bit more different tactics now.
Oh, yes.
Oh, here we go.
It seems that we have a camp.
Yeah.
Belgium probably camping tavern side.
Although, still some nades coming in.
Shane will find free hits versus Memnomat. So they should take the advantage, they should push him.
I think Belgium is coordinating their next move now. They know their fountain and perhaps guards, and I think they're checking all the positions for sound. And here we see the Portuguese at the fountain taking up positions, and the Belgians are just locating them. And we can see they're grouping up mid, checking sound, and I think they're pretty sure where they are. And now they're just preparing a rush, perhaps a peek. Yeah, there goes the peak. Checking there for the double helmets. No double helmets. Their teammates are around, and there we go. 3 versus 2. Let's go.
Belgium gets first 2.
Nice execution there by the Belgians.
Which get a crucial round advantage with 2 minutes and 15 left on the clock.
Yeah, that was well coordinated by the Belgians. And we see here the Portuguese going for a more aggressive play. Yeah, and they are well aware that the Belgians lay back.
Really decide to be a bit more aggressive in library this time. Belgium is rightfully camping. The question is if they're going to do it at Cathedral or Fontaine.
Yeah,
and it seems to be Fontaine.
Yeah, and we see the sides are turned now. The tables are turned. And now we will have to see if the Portuguese can make the same coordinated attack as the Belgians did previous round. First, they're checking up sound, and 1 library again, 1 bows, and 3 are going through middle and going for the flank. And there we go. They move in.
Takes down Snow. Shane identifies Memnon up bow. Beautiful rotation from Team Belgium that decide to screw Fontaine. Let's all rotate.
Playing for time here. Run away and, well, hopefully fight another day. A draw would be very favorable for them.
A draw would make them win.
Exactly.
They decide not to try to keep Tavern apparently, but rather to keep Spawn in a pretty much defensive way. Rivi will be the first one pushing, showing up. Will find them.
Wow, so lucky. Really. I think his finger just was still on his left mouse button and hey, double headshot.
Well, 7 of 9. To be fair, what we have seen from Riri until now, it's more than luck.
I know. But it was he was just he kept on shooting and well, nicely done there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the deciding round to understand if 7 of 9 will still have a wife at the end of the evening or not. For now, 4 versus 4.
Yeah,
Becomes
going
a 3
from
versus
flank
3
here.
as we speak.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And Belgium's trying to run back. I don't think they have a medkit.
Here we go. Wow,
And it
down
looks
to the
like-
wire. What a game. What a game.
All said and done at this stage. 3-0 clean sweep for Portugal, which will we advance into the Nation Cup final versus, well, we're going to find out the next week, really. One between France and US.
Yeah, and we have to say though that this score, even though it's a clean sweep, is really not representative. It was very close on the first and the third map, but unfortunately, well, we are not going to have a fourth map. Fortunate for me though, but we're definitely going to have more matches coming your way, such as France versus USA. It hasn't been scheduled just yet, but well, keep an eye out on Discord and on our social media channel, which is at the moment not even Twitter, but only Facebook. Well, thanks very much, Ryujin, and also, of course, Supermart for joining me during this shoutcast.
It's been a pleasure.
Would be
Yeah,
cool
thank you for having us.
if you guys can join in on the next game as well, but we'll be in touch for sure.
Is then when is France playing?
Yeah, we don't know yet. That's the problem. But
Okay.
we'll I'll definitely send you a message. Anyway, I'm quickly going to select the correct outcome for the guys that predicted Portugal to win. That's a lot of very happy people, and unfortunate for the guys that bet on Belgium. But for sure, we'll be shoutcasting the other Nations Cup matches, including the final game, of course, which will at least involve Portugal now and possibly France or USA. I'm still hoping for USA versus Portugal, which would be freaking awesome. Ne pas de français. That would be great to not have France in the grand final. But hey, I'm not biased at all.
For those of you that wanted to buy some Dutch salt, we will be selling it or providing the link shortly after the direct.
Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. 100 viewers is still great for this game, and don't forget to hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, also on our YouTube channel, where we will of course upload this match. We will see you the next time on this channel, and keep an eye out once more on Discord for the details of when the next match will be. Thank you and good night.